Hello, hello. This is Culture Foolishness Rap Shit Recap. This is for episode 7. I am one of your hosts, Creed of Exodus Studios and architectsofmars.com, and my co-host is
Hello, everyone. It is Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. If you know, you know.
Yes, indeed. So, this was a very eventful episode. Lot
Yes,
a
it,
lot
it's
of
like it,
things
it was
happened.
eventful, but it's still like,
It's still
something.
building to the
Right,
crescendo of the season finale, but the past two, I feel like compared to last episode, more shit happened in this one, but it
for sure.
still had that same building tone.
Yes,
Mhm.
it sure did. And as I was watching it, especially the second time I watched the episode, then you get those like, you know how with Insecure, then like you have to really pay attention to the dialogue to get like those
Mhm.
little nugget jokes. I feel like this episode did a very good job with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. I
yeah.
I like the part, and we could go back to the beginning because this is just like something I thought
Hmm.
of based off of that. But when Mia was talking to her friends about Lamont and how he was acting, and Shawna was like kind of more engaged with trying to like preview some beats for them to rap on. And towards the end, she's like totally not really paying attention. And then she's like looking around like, oh, this beat ain't shit just like Lamont. Yeah, like I'm paying it to like that shit had me dying. Cause
And
and so
and
fake.
that's yeah, in that same scene when they was like, "You over there beatboxing," and then she was like, "It ain't been the same since my tonsils got taken out." I'm just
I can't deal with her. She's so like Shauna is a manifestation of the character that Issa used to kind of do in the mirror on Insecure.
yes,
Like
yes.
she's the whole full version of that. So still awkward, even though she got skills and can rap and all of that, but still
Hmm.
awkward black girl. So I do like that
Yes,
roots to the beginning of her journey. So that's ill.
yeah.
So you
So
just watched it. So what was some of the first things that happened in the beginning? Just because I've watched it twice myself, but I'm once you start saying some stuff, I'll be like, oh yeah.
um, in the beginning when Lamont is with the new boo and she didn't got him some hot sauce, I was like, oh he's laying it down.
Oh yeah. And
And she got
all
him like multiple hot, like she got
oh,
like
it was
what
all
she
brands. It was the crystals, it was Louisiana. When I saw the Louisiana crystals and Frank's Red Hot, I was like, oh yeah, he's laying it down proper. And one thing I will say is I don't think that was excuse me, a issue between Mia and Lamont. I think other aspects is what made them break up because clearly I think they had fucked around recently in the last season. So
yeah.
they him as a sexual partner isn't the issue clearly, so he can get a cabinet full of hot sauce apparently. um
Apparently.
and I like how I just like that character, the one that's the I don't remember her name yet.
I don't either. We'll get there.
Sorry, we're gonna make this the keeping it real recap because all of y'all watching this right now don't remember every single character's name. You know it's that person.
Right.
But
Exactly.
um I just like her energy towards him. She seems real chill and he's trying to build something clearly with what he's doing. And if you are a man that is building a business, building something, you need somebody that's going to be supportive towards that and just have good energy towards that. And I think that she's more suited for what he's trying to do ultimately. Now, the sad thing is this episode highlighted why he really, we love when it could be a whole happy family and the kid and the parents and all of them can be together, but Mia is kind of trash, and I don't even want Lamont to get back with her because she's terrible. So yeah.
So here's what I will say to that. And this is not defending anyone. Let's just be clear. This is just going to be a little taste of accountability because I can't be your favorite life coach's favorite life coach if I don't do that. She did not wake up like that. Like she did, but she didn't. She was that, and he chose to procreate with her in spite of. So
Oh, it's
while
still
it's
his
like, oh,
fault.
she like, and I say that because, and again, you trash, you trash. I'm not dismissing trash. Trash is
Hmm.
trash, but trash don't necessarily wake up and decide to be trash. Trash been trash, and a lot of people, men and women alike, will procreate with somebody who ain't shit and then get mad that they ain't shit when they were never shit to begin with. So
What?
like to get to and again, it's this expectation, typically unspoken, that once a child comes into the picture or once some other major life event occurs, this person is going to magically become something else, and it don't work like that. Like you cannot be with people for who they have the potential to be. You have to be with them for who they are
Well,
or who they're showing you in that moment.
okay, well, all of those things are true. I think the problem with I feel like both genders do it to a degree, but I think men do it worse, especially when we're younger and they're clearly younger people.
Yes.
Eh, just to quote the immortal words of Belle Biv to Bo, don't trust the big butt and the smile. That girl is poison. First of all, she looks the way she looks after a child. I can't even imagine how she looked pre-child. She's beautiful. So he got caught up in the aesthetic of her, and you know just to be transparent as a male, when you are with a woman, and I'm pretty sure, she's funny and cool and charismatic. So all of the personality things were there. So it wasn't purely just she's pretty to him. They clearly,
Yeah, I'm sure they got like a
got
little
the
little bond, a little
cool vibe
yeah.
together, I'm sure, before um everything went south on that. But the things that happen in the episode, it makes you wonder like what the true motivations were to even dissolve the relationship, because clearly up until even a few episodes within this season, he was still with it. Like the LA thing really could, if she hadn't have been on her fast booty shit and wanted to actually have him come out there, which would have been a lot less dramatic for her and made the show boring. So that's why that's not the path that was chosen. But in real life, if that had to happen and they had a cool ass time out there, I don't know if the other girl would even still be in the picture, because he really did and does love her. However, the shit that happened in this episode, whatever love he had for her, she really just moonwalked and spent around on it and maybe took a piss on it afterward before she left it, because it was foul. Because I get the whole, yeah, that's one of her friends' moms. Okay, but it's different.
It'd be different if they was cool.
What you
It,
mean?
I'm like if Mia was cool with the girl's mom,
Right,
like
right. They not
that would
friends.
they're not friends. You
So
just
it wasn't like he got with her friend, girlfriend or anything like that. Yes, that sucks in a way, but how do parents meet other parents? That's not even unrealistic how that shit happened because that's happens.
and the thing too is that it's hypocritical for her to be upset with him about that because she knows that he and Courtney know each other. So you can't like it's the same difference for real.
Eh,
Like
but the thing about the thing with Courtney is Courtney ain't shit either
right, because he know
because
that that's his
he
baby mama, and
and to ask him to have her come down there and not
he got
keep it.
up on her and
But
just
this the thing, the right, because it's like, okay, because I was like, you know what, let me see what type of nigga he is, because it's like, are you gonna keep it player or are you gonna be acting all funny style? And he was acting all funny style and not keeping it player, because keeping it player would have been, oh, what's up? How you doing? Cool, giving you a little bit of energy because you a woman and not nothing that's more suspicious than that. And then I'm a chill. But no, he's saying little shit, have a little nickname, all this bullshit. So he already know what it is because he's not fucking dumb. And he picked up on it really immediately, but
immediately. And
immediately.
and really he kept it player because he acted like he wasn't phased by it until he walked out that door.
And that's why I like motherfucking Lamont because she questioning the baby, find out a little bit of stuff, see the little thing on the thing of him, heart eyeing her doing something actually good for
Right.
herself. She's so damn petty and jealous. Now I'm about to go over here, play stupid games, win super prize. Ma'am, you're wrong. You was wrong to fuck with dude for real, but that's life. That whatever. I feel like
Because him and
he
Lamont not friends either. They may work
exactly,
together. So
exactly. The thing that Lamont was pissed about is the way that she was all up in his face with the shit. It
yeah.
could have been the exact same like scenario in terms of like if you want to compare it to his situation, it's like, okay, this is somebody we mutually know through a situation, but nobody friends here. I don't have, but if you respectfully do whatever you're doing, we cool. Like
Right.
he was respectfully doing whatever he was doing. He wasn't even putting it in the baby face for real. She was the stuff she was saying was more so her and not even really telling her nothing. It was just like a adult knows certain
Right.
stuff.
She was able
But
to pull stuff together from what she was saying, but it wasn't nothing to where she was like, no, it was just like,
right, it wasn't like she said, "Oh, he was kissing her in front of me" or anything like that, which he wasn't. So everything, even in front of the baby, he wasn't doing shit. That's how respectful he was being to the situation in comparison to her, who was in his fucking actual face. So yeah, I did not like that shit at all. And I probably have said this before, even in the past season and maybe in early episodes of the recaps. I like Mia, but Mia be on bullshit, and I will call her out on the shit every fucking time. And both, honestly, that's what make the show good. Shawna and Mia are flawed because I will call Shawna be on some bullshit too, and I will
yeah.
call her out on hers. So you know, I I don't know. They just it makes it fun, but at the same time, you be frustrated with them. It's like, come on, man, stop being dumb.
Speaking of Shauna,
Yeah.
what do you think about her meeting with Maurice?
I thought that was a good move because she saw the energy that he had, and that wasn't gonna be good for her. And to, go back up a little bit with her meeting with Francois, even though he might not have been 100% transparent about how he's freed up to focus on them completely. Um that's way better for them than him trying to have them piggyback on this little weird white girl who really
Yeah.
culturally appropriating it. So him putting his energy towards them, and he obviously can get things done, that is going to be beneficial for them. So that's good. So with her having that knowledge to talk to Maurice, she had a little bit of a pivot of like, yo, let me get this music set popping, because if I'm in jail, ain't nobody gonna get no money. They
Yeah.
really ain't. And then, and the one thing that I do like that she did do and maybe kind of brought him back to reality is like, you so scared to, face the music, but we did what the fuck they said that we did. So it's like, so the fact that it's not a super long time is good. I mean, jail sucks, period. And I'm not advocating for anybody want to go.
Like, man, just
But
do that shit. Man up.
but
Like,
it
no.
right,
Yeah, but
right.
no.
But at the
Like,
same time, it wasn't like if I give up somebody, I don't have to go to jail. It's reduce it. So you got to go to jail
you
anyway.
gotta go regardless.
So
Like, because you did
why
that.
drag her down with you when you could let her do what she's trying to do? And like she said, and I know how she is, she's actually a pretty honorable character in this show. I feel like if he do this time for her, basically, for it to be an extra 6 more months, because it's already not even that long.
Yeah.
Um, she gonna make sure he good on the back end, which I feel like if she's in position to do so, she will do so. So,
Right.
and I think that they actually care about each other. As
Yeah.
I feel like that's why ultimately it seemed like he's leaning towards just being like, fuck it, let her just live her life, and I'm gonna just take this on the chin. But it is
Mm-hmm.
scary, I get it. So
Yeah.
all the shit that's happening is realistic, but I hope he don't like renege and try to be using this stuff that he got. So that's why the next episode is going to be the season finale, and they're
Gonna
gonna
be a
leave us.
doozy.
It's gonna be great, and they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger because they're dickheads. So it's
And
fine.
we'll have to wait like another year, year and a half. But whatevs. Last but not least, let's talk about Chasity.
Yes, I really liked her whole arc this episode.
Yes.
I
Yes. But
like that she got some W's after a lot of goofiness that happened in the last episode and some traumatic things she had to witness and all of
so
that.
before we even go into that, because again, going back to like capturing these moments that are like really funny, but you gotta like kind of pay attention to them. When they were at Checkers
Ugh.
and she was on the phone with her like people don't think about hoes calling in sick, and because she was like, how I'ma suck dick like this, like, and she wasn't wrong, and like, shouts out to her getting her teeth fixed, and it looks good. And the fact that Shawna was like, I'm broke, I'm so broke, I got an application and I'm gonna fill it out.
That
Like,
was funny as hell. I love how she said that too. That was very good. I really love that. And that whole scene, outside of it just being a good, like, perspective scene, it really made me want some Cajun fries from Checkers, like real bad, and a milkshake, and I can't have the things, and it made me sad. But
Okay.
so,
Okay.
um, but for real though, Chastity's arc was really cool. I really like how she got some things popping for Shawna and Mia, which is dope. And
Mm-hmm.
clearly, which I picked up on it from the first time they was interacting. That old girl was kind of like, I like you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Lord. When they were
So
in that spot and the pregnant girl walked up to her, that
that was so freaking funny. And she was like, nope, I'm going to embarrass
nope.
you. I'm
What
going to
what
embarrass you.
was it? Right, talking about like what that mouth do, and
I'm the mouth of the South.
yes, she's the mouth of the South, and the only what look, Chassie was able to finesse it when she was like, "You said I was gonna meet Lil Durk," and then it was like, "Okay."
That's the only thing that helped her ass is that she said that, because everything else she said sounded like she was a hoe. But that girl, she damn near would have ignored that. She was ready. She was going. She was going.
And we saw that.
Mm-hmm. Bless her heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that little scene was a little much for me, because I was like, so, because like I said in a previous episode, the actress that plays Chastity, she's butching up for this role. She's actually very pretty for real. So that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff happening, but it was cool. I liked the scene. It was tasteful. It wasn't like extra like weird and shit. So I liked it.
what what
I
was when
like the
I
lead up.
yeah, and what was interesting to me when I watched the scene was that like I mean, obviously you see the character she is, so her being gay, a lesbian, is
Hmm.
not a shocker. But
Hmm.
since she's a pimp,
Hmm.
then it's interesting that dynamic, seeing her because she sees so many hope, like she sees so much
Right.
sex
Right.
that I would imagine that for a lot of people in that life, then to a degree, like
You
they're
become
unfazed. They're not.
asexual almost.
Yeah, because you
So
see both
right.
sides being
Right.
disgusting, and it's
So
just
she
like,
just was like, I'm cool on it. And not that she didn't like, she obviously, likes women and all of that. That's why it was funny how she was, I mean, obviously, since she do like women, when she saw in the first damn episode that they interacted, she was like, she fine. I could tell she was peeping it herself, but she was just being cool and being on business. And she been trying. The only time that broke her is when she put the damn salt on her hand and licked it off. And honestly, if that person was that looking like that and put some salt on my hand and licked it off, then I'm gonna do what Chastity did. I'm gonna just be like, well, this is what we doing then, because I wanted to do this anyway earlier, but I was trying to be on business, but you trying to shit. What I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Huh?
well, okay, glad you got that off your chest.
I'm just saying what it was. I mean, I'm speaking for the audiences. I know it's some men in the audience that watched this show that was just like, and I'm sure it was some women who are on the side of Chastity who was like, what else we gonna do? What we gonna do? You licking my hand and looking like that, looking at somebody like that, with looking like that, and then licking their hand and saying you gotta lick it. What the
And And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it.
I feel like
So
that's all that really happened in the
yeah,
episode. That was like
yeah,
the
it is.
main arcs. I can't even think of anything else. It was just that arc. Oh, just to circle back to the Lamont and Mia thing before we close out, the end part, that argument, whoa, because he was like, "You playing in my face, you really on," and then she tried to bring up that, the fact that he talking to the friend's mom. He's like, I'm not doing it in front of you. I was being very discreet. You had to do research to find out about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did she not?
She did.
Whereas she literally got in this man's face with the dude all up in his face, cooing at him. Like, that's whack as fuck.
It is, and just like what he said about her mama, and all these
Oh,
things
yeah.
again.
Pussy popping for progress.
But she
Because,
she was doing that
uh,
before you impregnated her. Just saying.
but that's
I
what
ain't saying it's
you're.
okay.
But you right though. But you right. But I think that at the age that they are, you got to remember these people are not. They're probably not even 30 years old.
No, I
So
know they're not. I know they're
so
not.
how could he even know when he first got with her that she was that ridiculous though?
You gotta be careful who you put your
Like
seed in.
you really do, and that's why I am seedless. I'm very careful about that. But on that note, we're going to end this episode. We will be back next week. It will be the season finale, so I'm sure it will be a very fun episode to review. And
Yes, indeed.
so that is the Culture Foolishness Rap Shit Recap. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and architectsofmars.com, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach.
and we are out, and we will see you next time. Have a good morning, night, and afternoon, and wherever time you are listening to this, and peace.